You're listening to
Catholic Sprouts,
the daily podcast for Catholic kids that strives to plant seeds of faith. Hey there, Sprouts. Today is Thursday, August 26th, 2021. All week we have been talking about the eighth and final Beatitude. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. We've already looked at two saints and seen that their lives included joyful suffering out of love for Jesus, and those saints were Saint Rose of Lima and Saint Louis, King of France. And we've also talked about the gift of suffering and how the Christian life is a battle. Now today, we are going to talk about honor. Now there are two types of honor that we can pursue with our lives. There is honor that the world gives us, and there is God's honor. Now, what are some examples of honor in the world? Well, there are many types. We can be honored because we're really fast at running, or because we're excellent at math, or because we're just a hard worker, or because we're excellent at the job that we've taken on, or because we're a great babysitter or a great cook. There are many ways that we can be honored, and it feels good to be honored. Who doesn't like to have a trophy or to hear applause after you've done something? It is good to know that the people around you appreciate what you have done and that they value you because of it. However, there's a problem with honor in this world. Sometimes the honor that this world gives us, whether it's because we're smart or athletic or funny, it can become a distraction. We can begin to dedicate our whole lives to feeling more honored, to becoming faster at running or smarter or better at the work that we do. And it can just become the whole focus of our life. Now, it is good to be smart. It is good to make your body as strong as possible. It is good to be good at the work that you do. But if that is the only focus of your life, then you're in trouble. Because of course, although it is good to be honored by the world, it is so much better to be honored by God. And if we ever get into a situation where pursuing athletics or pursuing our education comes into conflict with pursuing Jesus, we need to make sure that we make the right choice. And it can be as simple as being at a sports tournament where they have all Sunday packed with games. And we say, no, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to miss one of these games because I have an obligation to go to Mass on Sundays. It can be that small, or it can be much bigger. You can maybe one day you will get to the point where you feel a calling to the priesthood or religious life, and you have to make a decision whether you will pursue a career or you will give your life to God and serve His church. And we need to make sure that we're taking the small steps right now so that we can take those big steps if God asks us later. Because this is what we're constantly called to evaluate. Am I chasing honor in this world at the expense of chasing honor in God's eyes? That is what this beatitude means. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. If people make fun of you if you stop doing a sport because you want to spend more time working on your faith, that's a good thing. God will honor you for that. If you turn away from a successful career to go to seminary to be a priest, and your parents and your friends don't understand it and they make fun of you, don't worry. God will honor you for this. The reward for that honor is heaven. So let's really evaluate, am I chasing the honor of this world at the expense of chasing God and receiving His honor? So let's recite the words that Jesus spoke when he gave us this beatitude. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. That's it for Catholic Sprouts today. We'll be back tomorrow, but until then, continue to grow in your faith and truly sprout into the beautiful creation that God created you to be. Thank you for being part of the Catholic Sprouts community as you prepare for the coming school year. We hope that some of our materials will be helpful, and I just encourage you to sign up to give us your email list so that you then have access to our entire library of resources. We have tons of free printable things, from resources from Mary to the saints to feast days. We really encourage you to check out the link in the notes for this podcast episode and go and explore and use what we have to make it a beautiful Catholic school year.
This show is a production of the Spoke Street Media Podcast Network. For more great podcasts, visit spokestreet.com.